Max and the Big Fat Lie, a book about telling the truth, by Michael P. Waite, illustrated by Gary Trousdale. Max's friend Stevie had just got a movie. Slime Gobs from Space was its title. Get over here soon, Stevie phoned from his room, 'cause seeing this movie is vital. Max wanted badly to see this great movie. It was sure to be scary and loud. But Mother and Dad would think it was bad, for movies like this weren't allowed. Max did his best to think of a plan. He thought till his eyeballs were sore, and as he was thinking and painfully blinking, somebody knocked on the door. Max quickly jumped to his feet in surprise, for in through the door walked a fellow who was short as a stump and equally plump, and what's more, he was purple and yellow. "Good day, my dear chap," said the short purple creature. "You're caught in a fix, I'll agree. I can see on your face that Slime Gobs from Space is a movie you simply must see. My name is Sir Fib, and I think you'll find my services tend to be handy. Please do not question, just take my suggestion, a wee little fib would be handy. Go tell your mother you're going to Steve's, but change the story's show a bit. Pokey the cow is a flick she'll allow. Now go, do your stuff, this is it." Of course Max's mother was truly delighted. Pokey the cow would be swell. It sounded so good that if Stevie's mom could, the two moms might watch it as well. This was a shocker for poor little Max. He hurried upstairs nearly crying. If Mom came along, the whole plan would go wrong, and Max would be punished for lying. Sir Fib looked disturbed. As he listened to Max, he said, "This one's too big for me. But I have a friend for whom I can send. He'll know the answer, you'll see." So he opened the door and he whistled a note. It took just a second or two for a tall, lanky guy with a dark, shifty eye to quickly slip through Max's door. "Yo, kid," said the guy, "I'm Cleaver Deceiver, and Fib here has told me your story. I've got what you need. I think you'll agree that deceiving should wipe out your worry. Go tell your ma that you just changed your mind, and you're gonna play baseball with Stevie. She'll fall for the trick, then you go watch the flick. It works every time, kid, believe me." Well, Max hurried off with his new improved lie, which Mother believed right away. She showed not a doubt, but when Max turned about, she had something awful to say. "Since you'll be playing with Stevie Malone," Mom mentioned while feeding the cat, "his mother and I could just visit a while. I've been meaning to stop for a chat." Oh, Max felt quite ill as he slithered upstairs. This was a problem indeed. If Mother dropped by, he'd be caught in his lie, which was growing as fast as a weed. Cleaver Deceiver turned terribly pale when he heard about Mother's new plan. "She's a foe I can't beat," he cried in defeat, "but I know a fellow who can." He leaned out the door, and peering both ways, he called out, "Hey, yo, Big Fat Lie!" And soon came a rumble and a thump and a stumble that felt like a train rolling by. The creature was giant, all green and red spotted. It just barely squeezed through the door. When it sat on the bed, the whole house shook instead, and the mattress sank down to the floor. "So this is the kid with the problem," it said. "A problem that I'll take away. My name's Big Fat Lie, and I'll tell you why. It's because I know just what to say. Go tell your mother that Mrs. Malone has got the Mongolian measles. Their phone's disconnected, her toe is infected, and the house has just been treated for weasels. Tell her you'd much rather pedal your bike than have your mom give you a ride. Then she won't know where you boys really go, watching the slime gobs inside." Plodding his way down the stairs, Max recited, He practiced the new big fat lie. His kneecaps were shaking, his stomach was quaking, but he had to give it a try. "Mother," he said as he tried to stay calm, I fear that there's been complications. Mrs. Malone is no longer home. She's gone off to visit relations. Their phones disconnected, their poodle got sick, and their house was attacked by a shark. So Stevie and I have just changed our minds. We're going to ride bikes in the park." Stevie had already set up the movie by the time Max snuck up to his room. They pulled down the shade and built a blockade, and the room was as dark as a tomb. Each time he heard talking or someone shoe-walking, Max thought for sure he'd be caught. He was in such a worry the movie seemed blurry. It wasn't much fun as he thought. Max thought he felt someone's breath on his neck, so he turned and he got a surprise. It was Sir Phib, Cleaver that deceiver, but the breath that he felt was the lies. After a while he could take it no more. He jumped to his feet in a panic. He raced his bike home, but he wasn't alone, for the weight on his bike was titanic. On the back of his bike were Sir Phib and Deceiver, and heavier still was the lie. "Whatever you do," said the lie, turning blue, "don't look your mom in the eye. Tell her you were attacked by a tiger or trapped in a telephone booth. The Martians invaded, the planet was raided. Just make sure you don't tell the truth." "Get lost!" shouted Max. "I don't need all your lies. The truth will work just fine for me. I'm finished with lying and sneaking and spying, so you guys just might as well leave." At that very moment, in one mighty flash, the lie and his friends disappeared. Max felt more relieved than you could have believed, for now Max's conscience was cleared. Max told his mom of the lies he'd made up, how he'd been sneaky and bad. He said he was sorry and she needn't worry, he'd learned from his lessons he'd had. Mom never did let Max go see the slime gobs, though once in a while he still taunts her. But Max doesn't lie, and we all know why. A lie's like a big, ugly monster. The end.